Oh, hi, I'm just drinking the Kool-Aid here. You know, I'm not really a pushover for these comic book movies. Truth is, I haven't bought a comic book since the Lyndon Johnson administration, but I do like some of the superhero movies more than others. I really liked Captain America a few years ago. One reason I did is because Captain America, being a good patriotic guy, takes care of the little people, the civilians, the bystanders. Well, in the new Avengers movie, The Age of Ultron, director and writer Joss Whedon seems to have gotten the memo that you can't just treat bystanders like kindling, that they are actually human beings that the Avengers are supposed to be protecting. So this one is a little more humane than, say, Man of Steel, that awful movie from a few years ago. The story in this one is that a robotic artificial intelligence that Iron Man is developing to save the Earth from itself takes on a mind of its own and decides the best way to save the Earth, the best way to keep the peace, is to exterminate the humans. Whoops, nobody saw that coming. So the Avengers have to fight against this robot voiced by James Spader. He really is a good voice. He sort of sounds like the Transformers, but that's one of the highlights of the movie is James Spader's voice. There's at least a dozen subplots in this because you've got so many different characters. You've got Scarlett Johansson falling in love with the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. You've got these twins played by Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Elizabeth Olsen, who are bent on killing Iron Man and the Avengers. There's all kinds of things going on. There's even, you find out that Hawkeye has a wife, a pregnant wife, who says at one point, "Honey, you know I'm very cool with you avenging and stuff, but we got to talk about the new baby." Actually, that really does happen. It's one of the funniest things in the movie. I think the humor in this movie is kind of self-aware. They know that it's stupid. They repeat the jokes a little too often. A lot of the stuff in this movie you've seen over and over and over again, but it's a comic book movie. So I liked it more than the average Avengers type movie, even more than the Iron Man movies, but your mileage may vary. Speaking of superheroes, I want to put in a plug for my favorite superheroes, The Who. My favorite rock and roll band is going to be in St. Louis next Thursday. I've got a story in this week's Go magazine. I've been listening to The Who since I was a tadpole, and here's a story. In 1982, I waited after a Who concert where I knew the limousines would be pulling out just so I could wave to Pete Townsend, and by golly, he did wave back to me, and I could see his hand was bandaged and bloody, but he still found time to wave to the little people like me. So Pete Townsend is always going to be my friend, and I'm sure he would want you to go see The Who if you don't have tickets, or go see the Avengers. Stay young. That's what he always said. Hope I die before I get old. Well, none of us are old yet, thanks to my morning cup of coffee. I'll talk to you next week.